Hello, hello. Welcome to Blessed Girl TV. It is March is Women's History Month, and we are commemorating, we are encouraging the observation and the celebration of women around the world, and more importantly, those that had a vital role in American history. And so, my name is Dr. Anana, and welcome to Blessed Girl TV. I am the founder and the visionary of Blessed Girls and the creator of the 4Cs, a youth civility program. And as a woman and youth civility practitioner, I have worked in the area of youth development, youth civility, and global outreach for over 7 years now. And Blessed Girls is a nonprofit organization which is established locally in New Jersey, in North America. But I always say we have a global reach, right? So we're local here in North America, in New Jersey, with a global outreach that spans far beyond Burundi, Guyana, Kenya, Ghana, and South Africa, and more to come. So I'm excited to be here with you today for another episode of Blessed Girl TV. And so, what we are talking about as we're celebrating Women's History Month, I always just want to let folks know about our 4C program. And it was really created to give young people, especially girls and women, an opportunity to see themselves as the solution. Yeah, I am the solution. Very passionate about our affirmations and what we say about ourselves. So I am the solution, and see yourself as the solution. So welcome to our broadcast. As you come on, please say hello. Let us know where you're viewing from. Let us know what country, what city, what state, where you're chiming in from this evening. But we are excited. As you can see, my backdrop is a partnership with Black Girls Rock and Blessed Girls. So we have something exciting that we want to talk about and share this evening. But just a little bit more about, as we're starting off, we have the pleasure of kicking off Women's History Month. And being March 1st, 2023, Women's History Month is a celebration of women and their contribution to history. Right. And so I'm excited about that and their contribution to history, culture, and society. Right. And it is observed annually during the month of March. So from March 1st all the way to March 31st, this has been going on in the United States since 1987. Okay, so Women's History Month kicking off today, March 1st. Excited about that. And it goes all the way through March 31st. Okay, so we want you to stay connected, stay tuned into Blessed Girls TV, stay connected to our Instagram page because you're going to be seeing much more. We're going to be going live with some of our youth civility co-authors. We'll be going live with some of our ambassadors. You're going to hear from some women that are legends even in my own life and who has had an amazing impact even in my life. And we're going to have our girls share some of their experiences and highlight some women that have been really instrumental in helping develop them as well. But also, even tonight, I just want to talk a little bit about the history, right? And how this month really is about celebrating women, their contributions, and mostly those that are usually overlooked. Because if you know, that usually when it comes to girls and women, right, especially those that are underserved, underprivileged, they are more than anything, they are overlooked. And they are the gems. They are the ones that really make a difference in our community if we engage them, if we give them the platform, the education, and the inspiration to do that and to be the leaders today for a better tomorrow. All right. So thank you for joining. And I just wanted to highlight three women as we kick off this month with you all. Okay. The first one is Abigail Adams. Have you ever heard of her? She was one of only two women to have been both wife and mother to two U.S. presidents. And for an extra point, does anybody know who the other woman was? There's only two women that ever had the opportunity to be a wife to a U.S. president and a mother to a U.S. president. The other one was Barbara Bush. Okay, but then we're talking about Abigail Adams. She's often separated. She was often separated from her husband due to his political work, right? And she was self-educated. She oversaw the family households and largely raised their four children on her own, right? All while maintaining a lively, lifelong correspondence with her husband, who was a president, right? But maintaining her home And this is something that, of course, when we talk about women and then being the leaders, right, that they also have to be the mother, right? Be the wife, be the grandmother, be the business owner. I like to say that Proverbs 31 woman, right? And so she was certainly that. She was also famous for her early advocacy of several divisive causes, and that was including women's rights, female education, and the abolition of slavery. Okay, so this is Abigail Adams. All right, so hopefully you learned about her today. My other person is Susan B. Anthony. She was a pioneer in the women's suffrage movement in the United States and the president of the National Women's Suffrage Association, which she founded with Elizabeth Cady Stanton. And I have realized, even in my work in this space, to learning their connection with New Jersey and Atlantic City, where a lot of these conferences has been held. But Susan B. Anthony, her work helped pave the way for the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. And this gave women the right to what? To vote. The right to vote. And the amendment was also known as the Susan B. Anthony Amendment, in a way to honor her on behalf of women's rights. And this was on July 2nd, 1979. She became the first woman to be featured in a circulating coin by the U.S. Mint. All right, her face is on a coin. How about that? Talking about history makers, right? And so, last but not least, is Sojourner Truth. Anybody know about Sojourner Truth? Powerful, powerful woman. She was an African American evangelist, and I like that part because as I see a lot of her stories and her speeches, she always talked about Jesus Christ. She always talked about the church, and representation even in the church. So you see that weaved in a lot of things that she speaks about. But she was an evangelist. She was an abolitionist. She was a woman's right activist, an author. But she was born into slavery. She was born into slavery before escaping to freedom in 1826. And after gaining her freedom, Truth preached about abolitionism and equal rights for all. She became known for her speech with the famous refrain, "I ain't I a woman," right? And she delivered this back in Ohio in 1851. Truth continued her crusade throughout her adult life, earning an audience with President Abraham Lincoln and becoming one of the world's best known human rights crusaders. All right. So one thing that I love about her, right? This two things that I learned. I love her quotes because she gives it to you straight. And she also, like I said, she speaks on behalf of being a believer and being an evangelist, right? But one thing I learned about her is that she was the first Black woman to sue a white man and win. How about that? She was the first Black woman to sue a white man and win. So look that up, right? One thing we talk about is women who win in excellence, right? But here's one quote that I love about her. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down all alone, y'all know who the first woman was, right? Anybody know who we're talking about? She says, then these women together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up. And now they are asking, and all we're asking is that, listen, that the men better let them, right? So she was always talking about women's rights, giving women access to education, to voting, and that aspect. So three amazing women I just wanted to highlight tonight as we are kicking off Women's History Month. All right, so you guys are here. Let me see who's here with me. Let's see. I got to get my controls up. All right, so make sure you chime in. You let us know where you're coming from, where you're watching from, which city, state are you representing tonight? Because we definitely want to know. If you're watching in a replay, let us know where you're watching from. Okay, so listen. Without further ado, as you can see with my backdrop, I have an amazing guest tonight. We have some announcements and some things I wanted to invite you in with. All right. So as I kick off Women's History Month with Blessed Girls, it's an honor that I have the privilege to introduce the visionary, the founder of Black Girls Rock Conference 2023. Right. And this conference celebrates, it empowers, and it uplifts women of color. The founder, the visionary is Misha Carwood, and she is here with us tonight. I'm going to have her to come on up and say hello and talk to y'all tonight.
Good evening, Dr. Anana. How are you?
I am fantastic. So happy to have you.
I know I'm excited to be on here kicking off Women's History Month. Oh my God, the Women's History facts that you just listed. That's what we're here to embody, right?
Indeed. You believe that? We are history makers. Listen,
Yes.
we are legend. We are leaving a legacy, right?
Yes.
You leave you right here, me and you tonight. We're doing this.
Yes.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So thank you. I see our ambassadors, some of our board,
Oh my
our
God.
leadership team is here. Danielle and Margie, Prophetess Margie.
Mhm,
Thank you guys for chiming in. So make sure you comment, you like, and you share the broadcast
mhm.
as we get into this. So Misha, let me talk to you a little bit because I had the privilege, shouts out. You know who my brother is, my brother,
Yes.
right? Shouts out to Dr. Ira. Amazing, amazing, my brother. We are all along this
Mhm,
journey and colleagues serving in I Change Nations and
mhm,
being professors and working in the space of civility. But I had the privilege of meeting you a year ago. Right.
mhm.
And I was honored at your conference.
Mhm.
I think that was your first. Was that the kickoff year?
Yes, that was the kickoff. That was the launch pad.
Launching pad. I was at the launching pad, girl. Okay, so I was privileged to be an honoree at your conference, and
Mhm,
this year I am excited that Blessed Girls will be attending and will
mhm.
be presenting our Youth Civility Award at Blessed Girls
Yes.
2023. So
Yes.
come on, I want you to talk a bit about the conference, about your
Mhm.
vision, who should attend. You
Uh-huh.
just go ahead, tell us about it, how we got
Okay.
started.
So, Black Girls Rock was created to celebrate, uplift, and empower women of color all across the globe for the work they do in the community and in their specific sphere of influence, or you can call it the marketplace. So, we are here to really celebrate and honor admirable women of color across the globe who blaze trails, set trends nationwide and globally. We have some women coming from California. We have women coming from New York, New Jersey. So all across the globe, and we are excited. Stats show that women of color, we're dominating in education, we're dominating in entrepreneurship, but still there's that stigma that our work goes unnoticed, it's marginalized. And a lot of times we don't get the credit that's really due. So that's what we are here to embody. So it's for women of color, no matter what walk of life you've emerged from. It's for women of color, no matter your age. All are welcome. We are kicking it off March the 17th through the 18th in Philly. So, Philly, come out. Wherever you're from, come out and join us. You do not want to miss this. This is our second year doing it. The first year we had over 150 women come out. This year we're expecting it to be even bigger. So Philly, Jersey, New York, surrounding areas, all over, come out and join us. This is a movement. Okay, we are shifting the culture. So come out and be a part of it. We have some awesome vendors. We still have 2 tables left. So if anybody has a business that just wants to come out and display your products, sell them, you are more than welcome to do so. We have 2 tables left. They come on first serve, a first come first serve basis due to registration. So if you are interested in that, please contact us, email us. We're on social media on Instagram, blackgirls.rock. That's BLACKGIRLZ.rock on Instagram, and Black Girls Rock on Facebook. You can also email us bgrconference@gmail.com. Again, that's bgrconference@gmail.com. But yes, we are changing the culture. So come out, be a part. We're kicking it off March the 17th, that Friday evening, with a girls' night out, some fun just to get the ladies moving. We will be doing Zumba and line dancing. So who doesn't like that, right? Come on. Come get your groove on. Saturday morning, we will be doing a women's empowerment brunch. We have 2 awesome presenters coming out. Our first presenter is Brandy Walker. She will be empowering us on our mental health. You know how it is, ladies, especially in the African American culture. we don't talk about mental health. What goes on in the house stays in the house. But we are trying to shift that mindset and realize that mental health is normal and we can't help anybody else unless we're 100%. So we have one presenter talking about mental health. We have another presenter, Asia Tillison, that's going to empower us to go after our goals, go after our purpose, and have a voice. So that's Saturday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. And then that night is the big night, right? The Black Girlz Rock Awards. Come on. So come on out. We have 10 amazing honorees that we will be honoring from across the globe for their awesome contributions in the community. So we are excited. Registration is still open. We do have pre-registration open, still going on right now. You do not want to miss this. Pre-registration will be ending this week. So get your tickets. Get your tickets. So that's what will be going on. We are excited. Like I said, that'll be going on in Philly. Register now. Get your tickets. Come on out.
All right, all right, all right. So listen, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, it's like a whole weekend plan,
It is.
right? Girls'
It
night
is.
out, gonna work out, do some
Yeah.
exercising, and it's in Philly, but it's actually it's on the university campus,
Temple
right?
University, yes. Temple
Yeah.
University, they have a beautiful venue. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So once you register, those instructions on where everything will be sent out to you. But we are, like I said, we're excited. And this year, as Dr. Anana mentioned, we're giving out our first 4C's Youth Civility Award, because even though it's directed to women of color, we also want to empower the younger generation. We want to empower the young ladies of color, because that's what this embodies, right? We want to send out the message that, no matter what walk of life you've emerged from, you can make it. You can have a voice. You have a purpose. That's one of the reasons why I do it. I'm just a little girl from the Eastern Shore of Virginia. I don't come from a rich household. Now, don't get me wrong. I always had everything I needed and wanted, but nothing was just thrown in my lap. I didn't have a silver spoon hanging out of my mouth. But from a young age, I always knew I wanted more. I always knew, yes, don't get me wrong, I'm a career woman, but I always knew I wanted more than just to go to my regular 9 to 5, but I wanted, to go after my passion. And so that's the message we're embodying. I actually got the vision from Beverly Bond. She does a Black Girlz Rock. Of course, I spell mine differently. Don't want to be sued, right? So the hip, the Z. But I got it from Beverly Bond. I watch her awards every year, and she celebrates women of color that are deemed celebrities. But the one day I got the vision of, wait a minute, we got women right around us in the community that are dominating.
Yes.
And doing what they love, and making an impact. So that's why we do this. And also so little young ladies can see women of color that look like them and know that if they can do it, we can too.
Indeed.
So that's what we're embodying.
Indeed, indeed. I love it. I like, you said you got to give homage to where the original, idea
Yes.
came from, but I like it because it's much more on a local scale. So, dealing with last year was in Delaware, it's in Philly now.
Yes.
So we call between the DMV, in New Jersey,
Yes,
South
yes,
Jersey,
definitely.
probably in those areas. And our local heroes is so important. There's so many people doing great work, serving our community, and definitely women that go unrecognized, uncelebrated,
Yes.
right? Appreciated.
Yes.
And you have taken this on to make sure that we recognize, we celebrate. You had some amazing honorees last year.
Yes.
Attorneys and
Yes.
politicians and right?
Yes. And we're coming back this year with the same, I know you mentioned I Change Nations. We have some of your sisters coming. Dr. Jennifer Harris, Dr. Obiama Martin.
Yes.
We have council member Jamie Gauthier of Philadelphia's 3rd District coming, not only to be the keynote speaker, but to be honored as well. So we have some influential women coming, and you do not want to miss it. Even the networking, this is a perfect networking opportunity as well for anyone that wants to join. So please, please come out. It's going to be fun. We have a catered dinner. You get some Black Girls Rock signature apparel. We have some goodie bags. We have some treats in store for you. And not only that, but some awesome presenters. We have a special instructor coming out for Friday evening. We're going to have fun. Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Black Girls Rock 2023 conference is coming your way. And so we just wanted to make sure we got the word out. And I always say, you know what? There's power in proximity. Right. And so when you look around, and if everyone is around you, is at your level or maybe even lower in various places, in various levels, you have to get in the right environment, right? Get in the right atmosphere, on purpose, intentional, and invest your time, your money, and get around people, learn from new people. Just being in the atmosphere, being in the environment could take your business to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Could take your ministry to the next level.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful that you have provided this that's accessible and local to those that of us that are in the community. So I thank you so much for moving forward with the grace and the confidence that God has given you in this season, and helping us to really, like you said, shift the culture, right? Change the culture, because what we see, you know, on mainstream TV, social media, right? That the blaring things is not what we typically see for Black women, right? But no, there are Black women who are doing some amazing
Definitely. And leaving a legacy in the community. So that's what we come to do. We're going to uplift each other. We're going to be empowered. And even if there's somebody who maybe, you know, you like, well, I know I'm here for something bigger than myself, but I don't know how to get started. We're here to help you out as well, and to empower you to just make that first step. And for those that are in the community, this is a time for you to come and be refreshed, renew your mind, and be empowered to keep moving and stay in the ring. That's our theme for this year. Stay in the ring. Last year, it was a gesture crown. This year is stay in the ring, ladies.
Good stuff. You might put that in the comments. Stay in the ring. And what you mean by that, sis? Hold on. What you look? I ain't letting you get out here. What you mean by that?
Stay in the ring. So last year it was a gesture crown, right? We know we're all queens in our own right. But sometimes, you know, our crown may tilt, you know, a little to the left or a little to the right, but we don't let it fall. We keep going. So this year is really stay in the ring. There's a saying, and it's mainly used for women who are battling breast cancer, but we're going to use it and apply it to our lives today. It's the saying is fight like a girl. You know, this conference is mainly towards women. So we're going to use the phrase fight like a girl. And if you're fighting, if you're boxing, you know, in life, if life is life, as we like to say, stay in the ring. Keep fighting. I promise you, it'll be all worth it. Just throw the first punch and stay in the ring. And once you do that, everything else will fall into place. So that's what that means for us, is to stay in the ring. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your voice. Don't give up on your purpose, but stay in the ring. And if you're not in the ring, all you got to do is get in the ring and throw the first punch. Fight like a girl. Hashtag fight like a girl. Stay in the ring.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think it's Les Brown's like, if you get knocked down, but if you can look up,
get back up.
If you can look up, I mean, your eyes is open, you got breath in your lungs.
Yes.
Listen, you can get up. So we certainly understand that that idea, and to stay in the ring, don't give up, keep fighting, right? We know we walk in victory. Like, victory is already ours. We just listen, that we are only defeated when we give up, right? The only way we lose is if we give up. But as long as we keep fighting, we know victory is ours. All right, don't get me started.
As long as you still breathing, you still got life inside of you. So that means you still got a purpose.
Amen. Amen. Purpose is pushing and moving us forward. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So thank you so much, Prophetess Margie. Thank you everyone for being here. Is there anything else you want to leave? I think you're going to put the link I know we said it, but we'll make sure we'll put the link there. You guys can connect with me. I'll make
Yes.
sure I put it in the comments. Check my page. So with Blessed Girl TV, Blessed Girls Nonprofit on Facebook, and of
Mhm.
course, Anana Pfeiffer Daryl Holmes. So you stay connected. We'll make sure we even put our flyer and our honoree that we are honoring for youth civility. So just come on and join us. Hang out with us in Philly
Yes.
in a few weeks as we continue and move this
Mhm.
forward. You know, we're impacting young people, impacting women, celebrating women, uplifting women around the world. So I'm happy you, like you said, California, Virginia. I know you got
Yes.
South Carolina coming. You
DMV, come
know,
out.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Again, I just want to drop my social media handles. On Instagram, follow us, Black Girlz. That's girls with a Z. .rock. On Facebook, we're Black Girls Rock. If you want to email us, bgrconference@gmail.com. And if you want to register, we will drop that link in the comments. And also, you can email us as well to get it.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Well, thank you so much, sis, for again moving forward with the grace and the confidence God has given you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward. Can't wait to see you
Yes, in a couple weeks.
and celebrate. Yes, yes, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. So, thank you for being here. All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you dropped a comment. Let us know where you're at, where you're watching from, and just stay connected. I always say if you can go to blessedgirls.com if you want to learn more about our programs. So that's going to be the weekend of March 17th and 18th. I believe. And so also by way of announcement, you guys know we launched our second edition of the Four C's last weekend. And so we're keeping with Women's History Month. We are going to have a virtual Youth Civility 4C Summit on March 25th. And so we are excited. We're going to have some amazing speakers and guests and talking some real relevant topics. So save the date for our virtual Youth Civility Summit. And you'll hear more about that as we go forward. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Like, comment, and share. Stay connected. Stay connected. Make sure you subscribe to whichever page, Blessed Girls TV on YouTube. And again, my name is Dr. Anana, and I'm going to leave you with this quote. This is a quote by Marianne Williamson, one of my favorite poets and writers and authors. And she says, listen, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is not that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? But actually, who are you not to be? My name is Dr. Anana, and I encourage you to be bold, to be you, and you know what to do. Be blessed, girl. Love you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great night.